everyone, and welcome to Madden 26. It's time to start a new franchise. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. After a great series last year with the New Orleans Saints, it's time to move back to the AFC and rebuild the New York Jets. We are going to be using the preseason Week 1 roster. We'll go through cuts in the preseason. We won't play a game today. I really don't feel like I've gotten a lot of things going on right now, so I just want to make a shorter video to get back into this because I've had a lot of fun last year. We're rebuilding the New York Jets. We're going to be using Aaron Glenn, the first-year head coach for the Jets this year. Got his first win yesterday against the Bengals in what was an outstanding game. Starting point is going to be preseason. This will be all Madden simulation, 12-minute. I'll get all this set up, and I'm going to put the, this is just going to be using Mat 10 sliders. So you just look those up online. You will find them fairly easily. Everything is going to be manual this year, including practice reps. I will do that. We are going to disable tutorial pop-ups, keep the trade deadline on, enable trade for everybody. We're going to put trade difficulty to hard, maybe very hard depending on how the engine is. I don't really know. Wear and tear, practice injury is off, injury, pre-existing injury, prospect storylines, everything on here. Timer's going to be off. We're going to be turning off pre-order bonus to not get that boost. Career clock, I'm going to turn it off. And I believe everything else, fill roster, we're going to turn it off. Everything else can be defaults. So let's go to the preseason. Aaron Glenn, first year head coach. So training camp mini games, we're not going to be doing those. We do have a lot of new scenarios this year. And we will be doing every single one on camera this year, unlike in previous years. And we're going to go through basically the whole preseason this episode. Let's start with coach interview.
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come.
So you come into the league as one of the brighter defensive mind. Where will your defense have the biggest edges on offenses? Well, in the past few years with this Jets defense, it has been pass rush with Quinnen Williams. Obviously, when they used to have Bryce Huff, they have Jermaine Johnson now, Will McDonald. The pass rush is a nightmare when they are right. That is going to be the main focus of this team. We'll go over the roster in a little bit, but again, just going through all these scenarios early on. And the big focus really for us is, player development, just because, there are pieces, but we need to take that next step into being at least a playoff team. Hopefully, compete with Buffalo for the division. Obviously, New England this year has been really good, and obviously Miami's taking a massive step back, but they're going to be usually really good. And we're obviously going to build our defense through the defensive line. That is how this team has operated for the past few years. So, we're going to follow that mold, even though, outside of Sauce Gardner when they drafted him. But, yeah. And really what we need is, I don't know. I think relentless pressure goes with what we're doing. And I think that is what we'll go for here. We're going to be getting after the quarterback and going to be relentless. And whatever that ability is, interior havoc as well. I'm excited to see the new ability system in this game. We're seeing the new scenario. We're at 5,000 XP already, and we haven't done anything. Let's talk about a position battle. And we'll see how this goes.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
So not in pads. Well, let's see who we're talking to. Mason Taylor. We're Rookie tight end, I believe. Maybe behind Ruckert. Did he believe? Mason Taylor believes he should be tight end 1. Really, I think it's just preseason stats. We'll see how that goes. 4 catches and a touchdown. I skipped him a little bit, but I didn't mean to do that. And then finally, trainer talk with team health. We'll see how this goes. And this is just the kind of similar thing we saw last year with the text messages. This one is from our trader. This is, I guess, really talking about wear and tear this year, which was in college football last year, but not in Madden. And this is just, I guess, more of a tutorial than the basic, like, selecting ability stuff. And we'll just get the trainer to explain everything. So, weekly strategy. We are currently at level 7, so we get Angry Runner, which gives us a chance to break tackles on short pass catches and screens. Better release for receivers and tight ends. Mr. Dream, which gives us a knockout chance on passes 20 yards and behind, or basically everywhere on the field, actually. A cover 2 guru, increased zone coverage for quarters and safeties when running cover 2. Interesting. In our play sheets, red zone passing and shotgun 2-back. Which is interesting. They're both offense. Yeah, I guess that's the... We're doing our focus players, Membu the rookie, Azarie Thomas, or hidden development, Mason Taylor. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think for the preseason, we'll do full pads. We will not do mini games this entire franchise, by the way. I didn't do them last year. I don't think it's really worth it. Wear and tear, you can see already, not full. Upgrades we'll handle after it. So we'll head to next week. We'll go over stats after the entire preseason's over. We unlock Edge Wizards, Tier 3, which is Power Move, Tackle, and Awareness to Edge players. Practition for XP for defensive linemen by 25%. Bookend Busters with Finesse Move and Power Move increase for edges. And Interior Havoc, Power Move and Finesse Move increase for defensive tackles. Interesting. And then we got our position battles. This is about Mason Taylor. See how he thinks about how his game went. I don't know. Again, we don't know the stats. I didn't check. Again, 4 catches and a touchdown. That wasn't a whole lot. Let's see what he did with Tyrod Taylor. And it looks like it was not that. So he will be the backup. And, yeah, I mean, in real life, I think Mason Taylor has been decent. We'll see how it goes. I mean, this is the roster, at least how they performed in real life. This is going to be a very fluid situation. Who starts, who doesn't. Especially where the talent is. We're going to go straight to next week, since we're not really worrying about that. These are preseason games. We downgraded Angry Runner. We didn't get 20 first downs in the game back-to-back weeks. And we got Bacho Blitz's play sheets upgraded. And we got position battle. Injury impact as well. And Mason Taylor. I think really, I mean, the Madden obviously option is athleticism, but for Mason Taylor, I think really receiving, I think that's what we want out of our tight end. It's just, I mean, good receiving tight end just changes so much for an offense in real life, at least. We talk about injuries with the trainer, and this is a lot of spreadsheet managing early on. And this is about weekly strategy and moving the pads and stuff. Healing Accelerator. So all that is very important. There's really, we want players. We have practice injury off, so players heal faster is what really matters most to us. So we want players back on the field faster, and I'd be glad. I mean, this is all really good. Finally, it's Eagles week. I am going to real quick. We are going to rest everybody. Because Harrison Phillips is already injured. That's great. I would love Sam to. Oh, I guess we don't have a Sam, so that's cool. All right, so they did rework the position changes, or position names for everybody. So yeah, we'll advance the week to the bye, and we'll get to cut down day. We are level 10. Aaron Glenn. It was last week. We have to cut 19 players. We'll go over the roster beforehand. We'll upgrade. But Calais Campbell being cut. We might want to bring him in. I mean, that is still a productive player. And we got some upgrades. We'll go through every single one of them before cutting players. Sauce Gardner is going to be a 98 or 96. Yeah, how about that? Man-to-man upgrade. And we'll see what he did. Acceleration already. Man, coverage press. That's a great upgrade. He's a superstar X Factor. Elijah Barrett Tucker will increase his scheme fit to 85 and agile. Jermaine Johnson will get into the 80 overall club with a power rusher upgrade. Joe Chipman, we will have him work towards agile. That will not get him into 80 overall. We'll stick it to 79. Olu Fashanu, one of the young tackles on this team, I think for his development, we definitely want him to be a scheme fit, so it'll be 75 still, but it's an agile upgrade with pass block +3. Brandon Stevens, one of the free agents, we're going to keep him with a scheme fit. We'll upgrade his zone, 76 overall. Again, how old is he? He's 27, so we can still develop him a little bit. Azare Thomas and scheme fit. Like, with Sauce being a 95, we want to just upgrade what he's best at, but everyone else, we're gonna do just go for just scheme fits, as well as Mason Taylor. We got possession 73. Xavier Gibson, a playmaker up to 72. That's a lot. You get a lot for playmakers. Some of these are still like overpowered abilities. Edge rusher Tyler Barron. Again, young player. No overall. Let's get him increase that scheme fit. But he gets a +2 up to a 71 with a +4 in power moves with a speed rusher upgrade. Yeah, this upgrade system working as well as always. Austin McNamara. No, it's kickers and punters always power. He gets a +2 in accuracy, naturally. How about a core 4? Again, scheme fit. He's more of an older player, but that was his best traits. It's a weighing of, do I want the scheme fit or do I want the development? Kingsley Jonathan. This will be more of a power rusher. We'll do that. +3. Mars McCrary Ball, last player. I mean, he's 60 overall. We will just do that. All right, so let's take a look at our offense as it stands. We'll go to the adjust lineup, and this is it before cutdown day. And starting quarterback is Justin Fields. After a year with the Steelers, didn't go well. Got benched after a 4-2 start. What was it, 4-0? I don't remember. I mean, it was a really good record, and he still got benched by Mike Tomlin. He leaves. He comes to New York, and he's got a starting job But 26 years old, the development just hasn't been there. He's got a 1-year prove-it deal. And, I mean, he's likely not going to be here next year. Behind him, Tyrod Taylor, longtime veteran, 36 years old. In real life, was supposed to start on Sunday, but injured, which has kind of been a theme for him when he's gotten a starting job behind or ahead of a backup. Whatever. It's interesting how that keeps happening. Then third string is the young quarterback, Brady Cook. A rookie, maybe he gets a chance. If he does, it's going to be very late in the season. Well, that's enough on quarterback. Andrew Beck's our fullback. Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, just an outstanding running back duel. Breece Hall, star development, 84 overall. I mean, only 24 years old still. He, had a shot at Rookie of the Year in 2022. If he didn't tear his ACL, obviously. Garrett Wilson may have won it anyway, but he was still outstanding. Let's talk about Garrett Wilson, who's going to be our wide receiver 186 overall superstar, third year, 25 years old, Rookie of the Year. He is. He's going to be the number one. The offense is going to flow through him, and we're going to need him to be the number one. And hopefully, Justin Fields can put it on him. Behind him, we got Alan Lazard, who is here because of Aaron Rodgers, and really no other reason. Josh Reynolds, he's, I believe, for his first year in New York. And behind Xavier Gibson, we got cut in real life, because he fumbled a kick return, I believe, in the preseason. Malachi Corley also got cut in the preseason. And then the wide receiver 6, Tyler Johnson. We'll see if we cut. I'll cut Gibson and Corley for realism. Rutgers are starting tight end. He's lower overall. But because of how the scenario played out, I think we're going to have to start him at least week 1. Maybe if he has a quiet week 1, we go to Mason Taylor. But yeah, Mason Taylor being the higher overall, maybe we go with him. Rashanu is a superstar. John Simpson is an 82 overall. Even though he's no overall development, he is still going to be there for us. Joe Tippmann, star development. He's our second lowest overall. Vera Tucker, star development, 85 overall. And Membo, 77, with a hidden development. And we'll see the regular season how good he is. This has potential to be passable. It hasn't been that in real life, but this offensive line, the running back duo, our number one receiver, and if we can get anything out of the other receivers and the tight ends, should be good. Defense, Quinton Williams, it starts and ends with him. X Factor, 91 overall, 27 years old. He is outstanding. He is unblockable one-on-one. You can see 8th ranked defensive tackle in the NFL, and much earned and much deserved. And obviously, you got Williams and Gardner. These are the two. The building blocks of this franchise. Gardner and Garrett Wilson in that same draft. Quinnen Williams, I believe, 2018. Just great building blocks. You got Harrison Phillips, they brought in from Minnesota. Will McDonald, Dwayne Johnson, Michael Clemens, McGregor. Derek Nottie, they brought in from Kansas City. Kingsley Jonathan from Buffalo. Tufele, I believe, from Cincinnati. This defensive line should be outstanding again. The secondary, outside of Gardner, Michael Carter II is a good slot. Or decent slot. Brandon Stevens had a really rough year. They drafted Azariah Thomas. Maybe he gets in some this year above Stevens. Don't know. And then in the safety room, it's Andre Sisco they brought in. And Tony Adams, who's still at safety. Linebacker core, Jamie Sherwood, Quincy Williams, and Zaire Barnes. Quincy Williams is one of the best in the league. 82 does not do justice how good he is. So again, this defense should be what keeps us in games. Offense just has to be passable for us not to be 1-7 like the real-life Jets. Now, special teams, Nick Folk in his 30th year, 17th year in the season. He's 40 years old. We're going to need a new kicker soon. Then our punter is Austin McNamara. We will have... Well, long snapper's new thing this year. Brought in Kene Nwangu from Minnesota to be our return specialist. That's partially why they felt comfortable cutting Gibson. Folk will handle kickoffs as well. And you can take a look at the specialist as it stands right now. Quinton Williams currently the nose tackle. I don't know if that's really what he plays, but we'll keep it. That's some smart gadget player. And then the practice squad, currently no one on it. So let's get to the cuts, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Don't want it to drag too long. We'll start 19 cuts. Have to start with the ones that happen in real life. And that being, let's see here, Xavier Gibson was a real cut, and Malachi Corley. And that is, I mean, that's one that's not going to even save us much. Now we can go to recommended. We can cut the rest normally. Bump Cooper Jr. Yeah, that can just be a practice squad. Quentin Skinner. I mean, how much wide receiver depth do we have here? He would be maybe wide receiver 9. Yeah, we'll move him to the practice squad. We will not cut our long snapper, Zach Kuntz. Again, he's a guy, probably, we have 4 tight ends. Yeah, we look to keep. We have 3 guards, or at least right guards, so we will cut Marquise Hayes. Aaron Smith and Mike. And again, another guy we probably move to the practice squad, Irvin Charles. And he would be wide receiver 7, so yeah, we'll keep him cut. Mario Goodwich, we have 8 corners. You can go to the practice squad. Pokey Wilson. And we'll go with 7 receivers on the active roster. Leonard Taylor III against 7 defensive linemen, or interior defensive linemen, probably don't need that. Or 4 left edges, so Eric Watts to the practice squad. 8 corners, so I think we'll roll with 7 active corners. So we got 7 to go. So that again, Kingsley Jonathan, probably go with him. 8 active rosters. So yeah, we'll put Demir Miller on the practice squad. Denai Nwangu is going to be our primary returner, so we will not cut him. We have 4 to cut. Donovan Edwards. I mean, yeah, no, we don't need him. J. Tufele against 6. Or do we go Briggs? Briggs is younger. Yeah, we'll go Tufele. And then, well, we're up to 2 more. Quincy Williams. That is a very odd decision to try and cut. We do have a backup kicker. I did see that. Harrison Mevis. Which we will absolutely not be carrying a second kicker. We'll go through and just see 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs. Zay Davis being the normal third down back. We'll keep that. Oh, it lied to me. We only have 5 receivers active now. I'll fix that between episodes. We will cut. Oh, boy. I don't know who I'll cut. Xavier Newman's not good. No. 50s, get off the team. We'll fix that. So, we have hit the regular season. Not really any progression to speak of. We'll go over draft class. Actually, we'll do that right now. Hire and assign scouts. So, I mean, what we need, right, is if we look at managed team, Jux lineup, one of our biggest need is quarterback. It starts with quarterback, it ends with quarterback. I would like a receiver, maybe a center. That one may be questionable. Probably a Sam linebacker, and then secondary. I think, yeah. Quarterback, Sam linebacker, secondary. Not in that order, but definitely those are the 3 needs. I mean, glaring needs heading into a 2026 or 2025 season. I mean, so our national guy is going to be a quarterback guy, obviously. We'll go free agent scouts, position of expertise. One. QB 3-star. And actually, quarterback safety is outstanding. Safety wide receiver, 1 star, or being our 1 star, that's good. IOL, the OT 2-star. Yeah, we'll take that. Running back OT, probably. We'll fire him. Or Andrew Watson. Yeah, he can go. And then Aaron Campbell can go as well. So we need a 3-star and a 1-star. The 3-star we have in quarterback safety guy. This guy, Kenny Ramsey. Welcome to the New York Jets. And the other guy being, again, a 1-star. This is a pure defensive lineman guy. Let's see the regions. Let's see the regions first. So national. So strength, quarterback in the Northeast. So strengths here is quarterback and quarterback. So our 3-star is going to be national. Not fire. We will assign him to national. And so West. Strong side or Sam linebacker. And IOL. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of where we're at here in this class. Scouts, we will go. So let's take a look again. I'll cut some of this out for sure. Central, Northeast. All right, so Renee Flowers will go to Southeast. And then not Southeast. We'll go to Central. I'll keep you at Southeast. You're going to go Central. And finally, Northeast. Our last guy will be like a guy that's halfback, tackle, or quarterback. Somewhere in that range. Probably like a scout that does go with quarterback. Will be our probably priority. If we can get a 1-star that's quarterback, halfback, or tackle. Let's see here. We'll go tackle. Or running back, quarterback. I guess that's not an option. So we'll go with quarterback, cornerback. Or wide receiver, Felix Perez. Welcome to the New York Jets. And finally, that would be Northeast. And that is everybody assigned somewhere. We got a couple of mismatches, but we're gonna have to live with that. So we signed our scouts, and yeah, that should be it. Let's take a look at the schedule, then we'll head into week 1 next episode. So we start hosting our home opener, the Pittsburgh Steelers, in week 2. The first division game we faced the Bills, then on the road for 2 straight against Tampa Bay and Miami. Back home for Dallas, Broncos, Panthers. Week 8, we head to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. So then week 9, bye. After the bye, we host the Cleveland Browns. On the road for 2 against the Patriots and Ravens. Back home for 2 against the Falcons and Dolphins. And on the road again for the Jags and Saints. And 2 division games. One at home against the Patriots. And the season ender, week 18, at the Buffalo Bills. Take a look at week 1 around the NFL. Then we'll end the episode there. So week 1 starts on Thursday night. The defending Super Bowl champs Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And Friday in Brazil, Kansas City Chiefs against the Chargers. And the Sunday slate of games is the Bengals, Browns, Giants, Commanders. We play the Steelers, Raiders, Patriots, Bucks, Falcons, Dolphins, Colts, Panthers, Jaguars, Cardinals, Saints. And in the 4 o'clock window, we got the Titans, Broncos, Niners, Seahawks, Texans, Rams, Lions, Packers. Then on Sunday night, the Bills play the Ravens. And on Monday nights, the Vikings play the Bears. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time when we face the Pittsburgh Steelers.